Do you want to add a high converting and fully customizable e-commerce store to your website? Then stay tuned, because in this video, I'll take you through the step-by-step process of setting up and customizing an e-commerce store using Thrive Suite and WooCommerce. More specifically, we'll be using Thrive Theme Builder and Thrive Architect. Hey there, it's Christine at Thrive Themes, and I am so excited to take you through this step-by-step process. Let's take a look at what we are going to build. So let's say that you've already got your main website built and you want to add an e-commerce component. You'll want to have a shop page that displays all of your items for sale. When someone adds products to their cart, you'll want to see a cart page, and that will lead people to a checkout page. We're going to build all of these pages in this tutorial. However, I should note that I'm not going to go over setting up payment processors or shipping or any of the topics that are strictly WooCommerce topics. Today we're focusing on getting Thrive and WooCommerce integrated and customizing your pages so that they look exactly how you want them to. Now, before we start creating a store in WordPress, let's quickly go over some basics. WooCommerce is an e-commerce WordPress plugin. The core plugin is free, and it is available through the WordPress plugin repository. If you need any special features for your store, such as the ability to sell subscriptions or accept certain types of payment, then you will need to find and install the specific extension that will give you that capability. You can find extensions on the WooCommerce website. Some extensions are free and some of them are paid. Before you start building your store, I highly recommend that you prepare the materials you'll need ahead of time, because they can take some time to put together. You'll need photos of the products that you'll be selling, you'll need product titles, and product descriptions. Lastly, you'll need to figure out the structure of your shop. So, for example, if you're selling t-shirts, hoodies, socks, and mugs, the t-shirts and hoodies can be placed in the apparel category, and the socks and mugs can be placed in the accessories category. You will need this category structure when you set up your shop. All right, let's start building. So I'll assume that you've already installed WooCommerce. Next, we'll need to create the main pages of your shop. So for right now, I'm just going to create the pages so that they exist. I'm not going to customize them quite yet. We just need them to exist so that we can set up the basic page structure of the shop. So we'll create 4 pages: the shop page, the cart page, the checkout page, and the My Account page. To create these pages, simply go to the Pages tab in WordPress and click Add New. Now I'll give the page a name. So I'll give this the name of Shop. Let's publish that. And you can go ahead and repeat this process for the remaining 3 pages. Next, we'll need to connect these pages to WooCommerce. So let's go to WooCommerce and Settings, and we'll go to the Products tab, and we'll need to configure the shop page. So let's just click in this drop down here. You can start typing the name of the page for your shop, and that should pop up. Don't forget to scroll down here and click the Save Changes button. Next, you'll go to the Advanced tab. And for the cart page, we'll need to select the cart page. For the checkout page, you'll need to select the checkout page. For the My Account page, you'll need to select the My Account page. And again, don't forget to save the changes. Next, we can choose layouts for each of these pages. Let's go to Thrive Theme Builder. And you want to go to the Site Wizard. And you'll see if you scroll down here that there is a new section just for WooCommerce. So let's go ahead and go through it. So click on the Shop Header option. And for the shop header, you can choose a specific header that will be shown just on your shop pages, or you can use your default site header, the one that you'll be using for the rest of the website. So I'll go ahead and choose a header just for the shop. So I'll click on the drop-down menu in the upper right-hand corner, And you'll see that you have several options to choose from. I'll go ahead and choose this one. And then you can click the Choose and Continue button. Now what's important to know is that when you choose a header using the site wizard, that header will be used across all of your WooCommerce pages, your shop page, your cart page, and the checkout page. If you would like, say, your checkout page to have a different header from the rest of your WooCommerce pages, you can absolutely do that, and I will show you how to do that when we get to customizing our pages. So next, the footer. Again, you can use the same footer as the rest of your website, or you can choose a footer just for your WooCommerce pages. And of course, that footer is completely customizable. So for right now, I'll just choose to use my default site footer by clicking this button right here. Next, we'll be prompted to choose a shop home page layout. So I can click on this drop down up here and look at the various layouts. I'll choose this one. I'll click the Choose and Continue button. And next we'll be prompted for the single page layout. So I'll click on the drop down again to look at the options. This one looks pretty good. I'll click Choose and Continue. Next we'll need to choose a cart layout. So I'll click on the drop down once again. I'll choose this one. And I'll click Choose and Continue. And finally, we'll have to choose a checkout page layout. So I'll click on this drop down, and that one looks fine to me. From here, you can choose to go straight into customizing your WooCommerce templates. However, I think it's a little easier to do that once you have a few products added to your shop, and then you'll have a better idea of what the final page will look like. So let's go ahead and add some products. Let's start with the category structure. So you'll need to go to Products and then Categories. And this is where you can set up your category structure. It's just like setting up the category structure for your blog posts. So we have a main category called Apparel, so let's create that. The slug will automatically fill in. We don't have a parent category for this. And now we can just add New Category. Next, I'll add the T-shirts subcategory. So under Name, I'll call it T-shirts. Again, the slug will automatically fill in. For the parent category, I'll choose Apparel, and I'll just click Add New Category. And now you can go ahead and create categories and subcategories as needed. Next up, let's add products to our shop. So under Products, go to Add New, and I'll paste in the name of our product. In the large box underneath it, this is where you can enter in all of the details of the product. Again, I'll just copy and paste. And let's look at the product data. So there's a lot here that you can do with the product data, but we don't really have time to go over all of it. So for now, I'll just put in a price. And if you would like to sell a downloadable product, you can simply check this box and fill in the information down below. So let's go to the product short description. This is where you can enter in quick details about the product, and I'll copy and paste that in as well. So let's move on to the right sidebar. Now you might recall having chosen a specific layout for a single product in the Thrive Theme Builder site wizard. If you want, you can choose a different layout just for this specific item if you like. And this is where you can make that selection. But chances are you'll want to use the same template for all of your products. So I'm going to leave this on default, and this product will use the layout that was specified in the Thrive Theme Builder site wizard. So now let's look at the Theme Builder visibility. You can choose to show or hide the various parts of the page. For now, I will leave everything as it is. Let's skip down to the product categories. We definitely want this product to be displayed in the socks category, and we also want it to show up in the accessories category, so I'll go ahead and check that box as well. And you can also go ahead and add a tag. Let's go ahead and add a product image. This is the image that people will see when the item is listed in the shop. And you can also add a product gallery image, and these images will be shown on the page that is specific for this product. To add multiple images at a time, simply hold down the Control key and click on the image thumbnail. And you can see the two checkboxes right here. So don't forget to save your work, and then you can add the rest of your products. So we are actually in the home stretch. If you don't plan to do much customization, there isn't really that much left to do. However, we do have lots of customization features available for you, so we'll go ahead and explore them. So the place to make customizations is in Thrive Theme Builder, and then you'll go to the Templates tab. And then for your WooCommerce templates, you'll want to go to the drop down here. You'll go to Custom Post Templates and select WooCommerce. So all of these templates are what's available to you. The ones that have the purple banner at the top are the ones that are currently being used for that particular function. So for example, for the product page, we're currently using the simple product page. If I wanted to use one of the other templates, I can simply go to the three-dot menu for it and then select Set as Default. And now that is the template that will be used for my products. If I want to make customizations to my current default product page, I'll need to make sure that I'm selecting the template that has default WooCommerce product at the top. Now you might recall that when we were entering in a new product, there was a drop down to select a different template other than the default. So this is where you can customize those other templates. Now, one thing I want to mention before we start customizing is that your WordPress templates will inherit the fonts and colors set in Thrive Theme Builder. So they will use the fonts that are set here in your typography tab, and also the colors that are set here in your branding tab. Of course, you can change colors for individual elements once you start customizing, but if you want to make global changes for your entire website, including your WooCommerce templates, then these two tabs are where you can make those changes. Let's begin our customizations with the checkout page. So let's begin with the header. Just to refresh your memory, the header that we chose in the WooCommerce section of Thrive Theme Builder will apply to all of our WooCommerce pages. So these headers are all linked together. To customize the header and have your adjustment take effect across all WooCommerce pages, simply click on the header and then click on the edit button beneath where it says this is a linked section. Any changes you make will now reflect across all of your WooCommerce pages. So let me go ahead and I'll customize this header. And let's take a look at the other WooCommerce pages to see that the changes were made there too. Now, what if you want a slightly different header for one of your WooCommerce templates? For example, what if I want to remove some of the header options on this checkout page? Well, in that case, you can unlink this header so that any changes that you make will only apply to this particular template. For example, if I wanted the header on my checkout page to be distraction-free, I could unlink this header and get rid of this menu and replace it with just a simple logo instead. And the last thing I'd like to show you with headers is that if you like, you can choose an entirely different header just for this specific WooCommerce template. So just simply click on header and go over here to header section, and you can click this button that says choose a ready-made design. And then you can choose a new template and customize it to your heart's content. Okay, let's move on to the main checkout area. So there's a few different containers on this page. If you click on the element inside of the checkout container, you'll see all of these containers, and you can click on various ones to see all of the options that are available. I'll let you explore those on your own, but in particular, you might be interested in changing the background color. So for example, I can click on WooCommerce checkout settings, and I can change the background style just for that particular container. Now, what if I want to change the font that is being used for these form fields? I can simply click on the form to make sure that checkout is highlighted in the breadcrumbs, and then I'll go to Edit Design. Then I'll click on a label, and then I can change the font. And as you can see, the labels are grouped so that they all change together. Headings, such as billing details in your order, are grouped in a similar fashion, as are other text elements such as the list of products that someone is going to buy. You can also change things like the border color of the form fields. So simply click on a field and then go to Borders and Corners. And now you can make changes such as the border thickness or the border color. This field didn't change because it is a different type of field, but you can change the border in the same way. Next, let's customize the cart page. To edit your cart page, you'll need to go back to Thrive Theme Builder, and you can go to the Templates tab, and you might need to go up here to your drop-down and go to Custom Post Templates and then click on WooCommerce. And then you can click the Edit button under WooCommerce Cart. Now, what I showed you earlier in regards to headers on the checkout page also applies here, but what I would like to show you is actually the top section. So over here on the left under Main Options, you can actually choose to turn the top section either off or on. And if you don't really like this top section, you can actually switch that out for something that you like better. So simply click on the top section, and then under top section over here on the left, click the button that says Choose a Ready-Made Design. And you can choose a different design from all of these pre-built templates. I'll leave mine as it is. And you can customize these elements as needed. Next, let's customize the default WooCommerce product template. Now, even though this template shows a product, you're not editing the actual page for this specific product. You're editing the template that will be used for all products. And if you want, you can even see what this template will look like on a different product by clicking the drop-down in the upper right-hand corner and choosing a different product. Like other templates, you can customize the header, you can customize the top section, and you can customize the product section. So to do that, make sure that the product is highlighted in the breadcrumbs, and you have the option to show all of these. Now you can also click the Edit Design button, and now you can customize your fonts, colors, backgrounds, etc. Next, I'd like to show you the WooCommerce elements that you can add to any of your WooCommerce templates, and you can even add them to your website pages if you need. So I'll click on the Add Element button, and here we have your WooCommerce elements. We have things like a cart widget. I'll add that to the sidebar here. We also have things like the product categories widget. I'll add that down here. And let's add one more. Let's add the recently viewed products widget. To customize any of these elements, simply click on the element and use the options over here on the left. And the last page we have to customize is the shop page. So everything else that I've shown you so far applies on this page as well. You can customize the header, the top section, and one thing that you might want to add is a sidebar. To do that, click the field that contains your shop items and look for the content area container. And then you can click the button that says Show Sidebar. Now you can add any WooCommerce elements that you feel are necessary. The product list is fully customizable. Click on the shop so that shop shows up in the breadcrumbs. You can choose a different layout by going to Original Shop on the left-hand side, and then you can choose a different template. And under Product List Options, you can show or hide pretty much anything that you can think of. I won't go through all of them for the sake of time, but this is where you can find those options. And lastly, you can edit the design of your product list by going to the Edit Design button, and you can change fonts, colors, backgrounds, etc. And again, everything is grouped so that you can simply click one item and all of the items will change. Next, I'd like to show you how to add a category page to your WooCommerce shop. This is handy if you want a specific category page to have a specific look or show specific things in the sidebar, header, or top section. So for example, we can create a template just for the apparel category. So let's go to Add New. Let's give this a name. This is going to be a list. For the list type, we want archives. For the archive type, we want product categories. And then under defined for, we want to look for apparel. And as for copying an existing template, I do want to start from Simple Shop 3 because that is what our current shop is. And then from there, I can make some adjustments. Okay, so here is our new template. I'm just going to click Edit. And let's say I would like the background of this top section to just be a different color. So this is my current shop page. If I go to accessories, I'll see that this is the current page for accessories. And if I go to apparel, I'll see that we're using the new template. So that was how to add an e-commerce store to your website using Thrive Suite and WooCommerce. If you don't have Thrive Suite yet, visit thrivethemes.com and get it today. And of course, if you have any questions about setting up your store, you can leave them down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.